Alright, did you adjust the volume a little bit?
Yeah, I adjusted it.
Okay, we'll raise it just a tad.
Low.
Yeah, yeah. Raise it just a tad. So we're here because Aspen likes to, well, Aspen and me both like to communicate with our subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
So we just thought we'd do a live and give people a chance to communicate with us, ask questions, give us different ideas, tips, different things we might want to do. Let us know, is the volume okay? Is the video quality okay? We're able to live stream now after a while, so it's just getting all the dynamics of it figured out and making sure everything is the way that we like it. And we had a little bit of time and just thought we would open it up for discussion. Aspen likes to do Q&As, and we really weren't able to do it live for a while, but now we can. So we thought we would just open it up, and if anybody wanted to come into the chat. So Aspen is 12 years old. He'll be 13 October the 1st, and his dad is me, 51. So there's a big age difference. I didn't become a dad until I was 39. And one of the things about kids that have an autism diagnosis, whether it be highly functioning or mildly functioning or non-functioning, because there are plenty of kids who have this diagnosis that aren't able to do a lot of things. Aspen is a highly functioning autistic kid. He is able to communicate and able to do a lot of things on his own and for himself, but then there are some things that he needs help with still that a lot of kids his age maybe have already figured out. And then so when he sees kids like that or meets kids like that are his age that don't have this, they don't understand necessarily like what's going on, and that's kind of hard to explain it, but he does really well. I have no complaints. I'm not sure that I would change a whole lot of things, especially his personality. I wouldn't change that for nothing.
Wouldn't change it, no.
We've done a lot of things in our lives, and we've done a lot of traveling. Aspen's been out of the country twice. We've been on a couple cruises and had a lot of fun. He's been very lucky to have gone to Disney World 3 times now.
Because I went as a baby, then a toddler, then as 11 years old before I turned 12.
Yeah, preteen. So I think part of the battle between parents and kids, especially parents and kids that may have some kind of diagnosis that makes things a little tough, is finding something that you can relate to. And when I was in my 20s, I think, I was probably in my 20s, I was working at a flea market and I was selling things for somebody. I had a table and I would set up and I'd make a percentage of all the sales, and then I would use part of the table to sell my own things and make a little money that I didn't have to share with anybody. And I sat up beside this guy that had Pokemon cards, and he was called the Candy Man, and because he had candy apples and all kind of little candies, and he would give candy to kids and everything. But he also had baseball cards and some sports cards and different things for sale, and he sold packs of cards, and that was one of the first places that we got our packs of cards, was him. And one week he came, it was on the weekends, and one weekend he came and he had Pokemon. And I had heard of it, just mentioned, but didn't know anything about it, because this was the mid to late 90s. So it was probably 96 or something like that.
Yeah.
And so yeah, you'd heard about it, but you didn't know a lot about it. But I got into Pokemon, and then I was hard into it for a few months, and then sports. I played video games like football, baseball, basketball. I got into things like that and kind of got away from it. Then I got into music, and then just work and jobs, filled my life, and I was always on the go and just always busy and always doing things, and that's just what I was kind of used to. So I got away from Pokemon and didn't realize, how big it had gotten. Didn't realize that, how major it had gotten. But then you fast forward to many years later in my life, and Pokemon movies and different things, and you would hear about it, and you're like, oh man, I remember Pokemon from when I was really young. And then you find out those cards are worth so much money. Of course, I wasn't able to locate any of the cards that I had from when I was young.
Right.
But then I became a dad, and then I realized that I could connect with Aspen through something, and then we connected through Pokemon. And yeah, he loved it. From the first animes that we watched, he was into it, and we watched just one after another, after another, after another, after another. And we were able to communicate. We were able to identify with each other and able to relate to each other through Pokemon.
Right.
And it was pretty special because there's so much. It's a whole world. It really is. It's a whole world, and there are 13 or 1400 if you count all the forms and all the different forms and regionals and all these different things. There are probably 13 or 1400 now.
I think I remember, like, as I was a baby, you were trying to get me to say the word SpongeBob. I couldn't say it, not quite, and so I always said, Dada, I want Bob.
Bob.
I
watch Bob. And everybody can relate
Bob.
to SpongeBob.
SquarePants.
That was another thing that me and him did both agree on, and we did both like was SpongeBob. But Pokemon was a whole different thing, because Pokemon had lots of things that can help a child, especially with reading, because of all the different types. You have 18 different types in the game. You have, grass and fire and water were your main three, but then you have psychic and electric and fire. I already said fire. You had fairy and just all, anyway. You just there's 18 different types. Normal. I'm not going to say here name them all. Ice. But then you have legendary, and you had mythical, and you had all these shiny forms. And you had all these different things, but the things that were cool about it for me was that they all had a history. And each one of them you had to read about. They all had a background. They all had a story. And each one, and you're talking about 1,400 Pokemon that all have a story about them. That covers a lot of material. And it helped him read, and it helped him understand. And that was just priceless when you're able to put something like that together for somebody and then help them learn and help them read and everything. That was really cool. So we thought we would talk about that a little bit and just let you know that if you have a child out there that has an autism diagnosis, if you have a kid out there that is struggling with something, we're more than just opening Pokemon cards. We're a father-son who immensely enjoy each other's presence and love being around each other. And yeah, we get on each other's nerves just like any other father-son or just two dudes. It doesn't make any difference. We're not perfect. We have our spats and we get on each other's nerves sometimes and we fuss at each other. We do. We have our fair share of that, and that's just because we love each other so much. And anytime you find somebody that you love a whole lot, and especially if it's your kid, you're gonna love them. It's not really much of a choice thing. But there's gonna be those times where you're gonna argue and you're not gonna get along, and that's just part of it. But this channel is more than just ripping open Pokemon cards and Aspen playing a Roblox. It's more than that. We're father and son who are trying to figure each other out and trying to get through life and enjoy life and different things. So we wanted to come live and see if anybody would join the chat and talk about some of these things with us. If that doesn't happen, that's okay. You can go back and watch this video later and realize that we're more than just ripping open Pokemon cards and screaming our lungs out, losing our voices over shiny cardboard. Aspen lost his voice the other day when we pulled this card because we had never really done live, and we pulled this, which is
Alternate Art Mew.
the Alternate Art Mew card out of Fusion Strike, and then it wasn't 2 packs later, and we pulled another really cool card, and they are really cool cards. But we're more than that. We're more than that. We if you go back and watch this and you want to drop us a line and things like that, in the description of this, I won't go back and add it, and I'll put my email address, put my Instagram too, because you can message each other through Instagram. YouTube has never had anything like that where you can actually message people, but I'm able to put that in our description. And if you didn't get to see this live and you didn't get time to chime in and say something while we were here, you can do that anytime. You can go through my Instagram. Like I said, I'll put it in the description, and you can talk to us through there. We had planned, and I had gotten all this together and didn't know the cost of everything. And when you have a kid that's going through things like this, it doesn't allow you to have like a regular full-time job. So I haven't been able to hold a full-time job. There were a couple of times that I had like a regular full-time job, and then I had to leave because either I got a phone call saying, something's going on, so I had to leave. But it just didn't allow it to happen, and I'm totally okay with that. Our bills are paid at the moment. We have a house, we have a car, we have food, so that's so we're pretty blessed as far as that goes. Yeah, it'd be nice to get somebody in here, but it's okay if we don't. We'll stick around just for a few minutes. But yeah, it's open discussion for anything that people might want to talk about. I'm sitting here spilling my guts about lots of things, and that's okay with me. But yeah, if there's anything on your mind, something weighing you down, if you just want to talk Pokemon, if you want to talk about anything else, any kind of little things, it's okay. You can come in here and you can talk to us, and we'll chit chat with you about whatever you would like to talk about. Anything on your mind today that you want to get out?
I don't know, anything on your mind?
Well, I think I just spilled my guts.
You definitely just spilled your guts. Definitely just spilled your guts there.
We would like to give a shout out to the places in town that really help us out a lot. Empire Games has become one of our sponsors. They're right here in town, and you can look them up online. They have a massive online store, and they do Warhammer, Magic the Gathering, Dungeons & Dragons, all those things, with all those Wizards of the Coast games and everything, but they sell all the paint, supplies, all the things that you need for that, and they have just, I think they are probably one of the biggest in the southeast as far as all the supplies you can get and things, and also a Pokemon and Digimon, and they have all those cards as well, and they've been super nice to us. Planet Comics has also been very nice to us. They help sponsor trivia that I run, and gave out a bunch of coupons and different things. And the people here at GameStop in this town have also been super nice to us. We have 2 here in our town, and both the people at both stores have been really nice to us. But we visit both of them. We do business at both, and but both of them have been super nice to us, so we appreciate that. Mo, how's it going? Have you ever had a car stolen? Well,
No.
okay.
No.
Well, Aspen says no, but I have. When I was, I was selling cards. Not really selling cards per se, but not all my cards. But whenever I was working at this flea market, when I first got introduced to Pokemon at this flea market, I had loaded up some things in my car and were taking to that flea market. Now, my intentions were to take my cards and maybe meet other people that had these cards and maybe do some trading. And I was going to sell a few to make a little bit of money. I would put a few of my cards out there, but some of my higher dollar cards, I was really just taking to maybe to do some trading or just show people or whatever. But I loaded up my car the night before. So if you ever plan on going to a flea market and selling things or whatever, I would suggest getting up early the next morning, an hour earlier than you usually plan on, and packing your car up the day you're going. If you ever plan on doing something like that, because I packed my car up the night before, and that was the very night that my car got broken into. So my surprise at 7 in the morning, because the flea market would really get popping around 8 o'clock in the morning, 7:30 to 8 o'clock in the morning. It was about a 30-minute drive. 7 o'clock in the morning, I walk out into my car, and the windows busted out, and everything that I put in my car was gone. Everything. Everything. Now, I met up with a guy that gave me the things to sell while I was out at the flea market, so his stuff didn't get taken, but all my cards got gone. And I had a few autograph things that I had collected over the years I was taking to actually just show somebody. I wasn't going to sell or anything. I was just taking to show somebody. And, yeah, they were all gone. They all got taken.
And also, in the car, we only had one item taken. We go back into the car, and we look. And we notice the little cigarette lighter we use to charge our phones.
Well,
it's gone.
We had car got broken into here at home. That the thing I was talking about was a long time ago at a different place. But yeah, last year, sometime somebody broke into our car here at this house, and it's a nice neighborhood. But yeah, the only thing they got was the cigarette lighter adapter and our Apple cords to charge our phones while we're riding around like playing Pokemon Go and playing music through our phones, and that's
literally
I mean, there really wasn't anything else in there, but to only get into a car and take that was kind of ridiculous. It was a little bit out of the view of my Ring doorbell. I could see a little bit because we have a Ring doorbell, but when I went back and watched the video, I guess I didn't shut my door very good, and it's very unusual for me. But yeah, somebody got into the car and got that, and you could see through the Ring doorbell. When I went back and watched the video from that night, you could see the car light come on just for a second, and then we have a motion light outside that came on. I guess it scared them away and they immediately left. But yeah, I have had cars stolen. It hasn't happened a lot like it happened that one time and maybe one other time, like a couple things when I had things out on the table like at a flea market. Whenever you go to a flea market and you line your cars down on a table or a yard sale, you're taught to square them up so that if one goes missing, you can look up real quick and say, hey, there's a missing spot down there, and nobody bought anything. That person must have just lifted that card. And it does happen. Never any really high dollar cards. Have you? I'll go ahead and ask you, have you ever had anything major stolen from you? It sucks. It's a crappy feeling, especially if they get into your car, because that's your space. And it makes you even feel uncomfortable in your own space when you get into it. Thinking that somebody that you didn't know was in your car messing around with everything. It's a very uncomfortable feeling.
Very uncomfortable.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about anything. We'll stick around a little bit longer, see if anybody's got any questions or anything they want to say. Mo, I hope you haven't. I hope you haven't. Now, we could add to this. We could add to this little video. We could add to this and do some giveaways.
Oh, yes.
We can add to this and do some giveaways.
Giveaways, oh yeah, that would be nice. That's nice.
Hey Hayden, the shorts king. What's up?
What's up, Mark? It's me, Hayden. What's up? You notice his profile is Ash Ketchum?
Yeah, I see that. we got a couple cool little things here. Little celebrations coin.
You okay? Yeah, we're doing all right.
But we also have the Arceus coin, which is super nice.
So I just got a notification.
And we also have Lucario.
Alert. Let's see. Stolen bike last night.
I saw that.
It was stolen 10 p.m. Two teenagers wearing hoodies.
So we got that Ariados character card from Brilliant Stars and Grandpa the Grandpa. That we could do a little giveaway.
That's weird.
We could do a little giveaway.
Two teenagers wearing hoodies.
Of something. We could do a little giveaway if we can get a new subscriber. Or we could pick from the comments. And I know who you are. I know who you are, Hayden. We'll pick from the comments or pick from people that have liked or shared our video and maybe brought another subscriber in. We'll give some cards away.
We will.
We will. We're happy to always do that. So what's on y'all's mind? What's going on?
Yeah, what's going on? We would like to know.
You have one of those cards? Which one?
Which one is it?
Grandpa the Grandpa?
Is it that card?
You have that one? Or you have the Ariados? Ariados. It's Pokemon, so there's going to be lots of different ways to pronounce things.
Yeah, a bunch of different things.
We'll stick around just for a few more minutes. Mo got quiet. Mo might not be here anymore.
Mo got really quiet. Really quiet there.
I was asking if he had ever had anything stolen. A card, especially. It's not a good feeling.
No, not a good feeling. The Ariados.
Oh, the Ariados. Ariados.
The Ariados.
Cool. It's a good card. I do like the character cards. But then you also have the character rares. Like this one.
Oh, that's nice. Ooh. Oh, that's nice.
It's a really nice card. We just pulled this yesterday.
Out of the first pack of Fusion Strike. A Mew alternate art.
Mew alternate art. It's a really good card. It's really pretty.
But yeah, chat, what's on your mind? What's on your mind?
Oh, no, so the software that we're using, the OBS, I like it a lot. It's really easy to figure out, thank goodness, because as you get older, things do not get easy to figure out. But it was pretty easy for me to figure it out. But one thing it doesn't tell me, like it doesn't tell me how many people are watching or anything like that. So you have to keep up with that another way.
You have to look up on you have to look it at your phone and then look below it, and then it tells you how many people are watching.
Yeah. See, it won't tell me. Like I wish it told me here. You know how many people were watching, but it doesn't. It doesn't tell me that on my side of it. I would have to actually have another device on YouTube and looking at that to see how many people.
What happens? Hold on, I didn't mean to send that.
I didn't mean to say that.
You're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
We're gonna give it just a few more minutes.
A few more minutes.
Oh, the big one.
Nice to have the same card that Aspen just showed.
But it's not a hollow.
No. I think he's talking about the Lucario. The Lucario card.
That came in the Lucario V-Star box that we opened.
Oh my gosh!
Came in this big thing. It came in this. So we opened this the other day, and that's what we got the Mew alternate card in.
Now where is the giant Calyrex card?
Back there. He's going to show you the biggest card we've ever gotten before.
This will probably be the biggest card you've probably ever seen.
Yep. That's a big card.
I can't even hold it because it's so
That's a
big.
big card.
How do you hold this?
You'd have to hold it like this. That's a big Pokemon card right there. Yep.
I got it for you.
And it's... So it goes back and forth to the Ice Rider, to the Shadow Rider.
So, Ice
Oh, you got
Rider,
it for Easter.
Shadow
Cool.
Rider.
Cool, man. Cool.
It's big.
It's a big card. That's a big boy.
So for now on, when you're having to open packs, just go.
Yeah. Well, hope y'all had a good Easter. I guess y'all are out of school today also, and y'all go back tomorrow. We're going to go ahead and stop. And, well, we're going to do these. We're going to do these randomly. We'll do,
Nice. Okay. Oh my
we'll
gosh.
do Q&As. We'll try to do it once a week. Yeah, that's a huge
Once-
card. It is huge. But we'll try to do these about once a week where we come in and just open it up for discussion. Because there are people out there I know that are subscribed to this channel that from time to time just need to talk and just need to talk about things and in a chill atmosphere, and that's what this is going to be. We're going to make this a welcome atmosphere for discussions for just about anything. We're going to stop for now. We got a few little things we need to do, and we'll see y'all again real soon.
That's not that card. A different card.
Oh.
Oh, a different one.
But anyway, we'll see you again real soon. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other.